As a former manager, we learned to categorize fighters. Some are categorized as runners, others as boxers, and still others as punchers. Punchers are the kind of fighters that can change a fight around with one punch. Managers usually like to avoid putting their fighters in with punches. Even though they may think their fighter is a 3 or 4 to 1 favorite to win a fight, one big punch can change everybody's career. Now, punches, like sprinters, are born, not made, in my opinion. You can teach somebody to punch a little more correctly, but they're born with that God-given power, and they can change things around in a hurry. For example, in the Tate fight with Weaver, Tate was winning all the way, looked like he was going to breeze in, and in the 15th round, one punch changed the lives of an awful lot of people, and Weaver walked out the champion of the world. All right, there were a couple of problems with the big punches. Most of them come around, and in the 4 and the 6 round class, everybody they hit on the chin goes. However, all of a sudden, they're up there fighting 10 rounds, and boxing's an elimination process, and most of the guys that fight 10-round fights can take a punch. Now, I've seen those big punches. They get into their first 10-round fight. They've had 22 or 23 straight knockouts. All of a sudden, they're in a 10-round fight, and they hit the guy on the chin, and he doesn't go. And I've seen these guys, they just deflate like a balloon. And the reason for it is very simple. They've always relied on that big punch, and they've never really learned their trade, and they just don't have the stamina to be around in a 10-round fight. That's what makes for the big upsets in boxing. And now another problem that you have with a puncher is the fact that most good punchers can't take a punch. There have been exceptions, of course, the Rocky Marcianos, the Joe Lewises, but that's what made them champions of the world. A puncher, when he goes into a fight, is usually too tense. He's all tight, and when you hit him, instead of him hitting you, it's like hitting a board rather than a rubber band. And he goes when he gets hit.